When I think about my little brother, I think about all the things that we used to do together and growing up in our shared childhood. And now the stories that I tell about Sean can only be told from one perspective. He's not here to share his side of the story. But in that, there are stories being told because of him. People are telling their own stories, and we're here to listen.
Please welcome Chris Locke and his daughter, Kat Locke Jones. Come on out.
I think something that Jennifer does really well is when she's asking questions, she's really listening to you. And I think taking the moment to hear Sean's story, to talk to us, just shows how empathetic she is and how much she really cares.
Yeah, you could really see the sincerity just in the way she was talking to us. You know, your eyes are your pathway to the soul. You see a very caring person that really understood what we were trying to do. It was quite an experience.
So what are some of the things you guys provide with Sean's house?
So Sean's house was Sean's house in college. The house was always open to anyone, any time of the day.
You just walk in, and we have young people who will sit there for a couple months and just have some cookies and soda and not talk to anybody. And then we have young people who literally, it takes all their energy to cross over that threshold and ask for help. And they say, look, I'm in a mental health crisis. I'm thinking about ending my life. I need help immediately. And Sean's house is open 24/7.
I said to Jennifer at the end, I said, thank you so much for letting us be part of this platform that she uses for good. She doesn't need to do this. She does it because she cares. And, you know, that's how we're going to address this problem, by having those conversations and to be able to be given a platform on national TV to say, look, you know yourself. You know, there's some kid that may be watching that show and says, okay, I don't have to suffer in silence anymore. I need to ask for help, and I have to go get help. That was an amazing thing that she allowed us to do. Very, very grateful.
We never really talked about his mental health. And I think that was because Sean struggled with the language, or maybe it was the pressure of being an athlete. And you're told to, you know, be strong, or being a man.
Outwardly, he looked very successful and very confident, but he was really hiding behind a mask. You know, that he was dealing with this disease that's indiscriminate, that it doesn't care whether you're a great athlete or not, it doesn't care if you're black, white, rich, poor, gay, straight, it doesn't care. It's a disease. And that's what we have to get out there, is that you didn't do anything to get this. It's a disease, and you have to seek help. And that's what we've tried to do, is get the help that we
But we both have dealt with tragedy. It's a heavy load at times. And, to know that there's someone there that truly understands what you're going through, and she clearly does.
You know, I knew nothing about mental health until we lost Sean. And we had so many parents come up to us and said, if Sean could do this, then any kid is vulnerable to this. So what we've tried to do is take this tragedy and try to use it to help other people, to let them know you don't have to suffer in silence, that you can ask for help.
When I think about my little brother, I think about all the things that we used to do together and growing up in our shared childhood. And now the stories that I tell about Sean can only be told from one perspective. He's not here to share his side of the story. But in that, there are stories being told because of him. People are telling their own stories, and we're here to listen. And their stories matter, and we want them here tomorrow and the next day and the next day after that. And I think when I'm thinking about my little brother, I still see him, I still feel him. His light just looks a little different now.
Our friends at Denny's heard your story and are so inspired by your openness and the work you all are doing to continue Sean's legacy. So we're giving you $10,000 towards your legacy. Yes. In honor of Sean. Wow.
Well, thank you, Denny's.
Yes.
First and foremost, that's amazing. I think about the breakfasts that I'm one of 6, so our breakfast table was very loud, but filled with pancakes and stacks of love. So it's great that this love is shining through at Sean's house at 136 West Main.
Yeah, it's always amazing when you feel Sean's presence. And, you know, when he was playing sports and we'd be leaving to go somewhere early on a Saturday morning, we would stop at Denny's sometimes and get breakfast. And to have that come around and then have them give an unbelievable donation through Jennifer's program, it's just amazing. And it shows that as a community, if we work together, we can solve so many problems.
Jennifer, we are extremely grateful for all that you do, for the happy place that you create here with your show, and for the brave place that you're allowing us to continue to keep the lights on at Sean's house. So thank you.
Thank you so much. And thank you for using your power and your platform to help so many people. And I know we help people today. So thank you. Thank you so much.